You've worn a pixie cut for years, or you finally took the plunge, and something still isn't sitting right. You look in the mirror and it feels heavier than it should. Older. And you cannot figure out why. Nobody tells women over 60 the truth about pixie cuts. Until now. I research worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we're perfecting your pixie cut, and by part 3, you'll want to pause and look in the mirror. I mean it. We're covering 4 mistakes that are quietly aging your face right now. From the wrong length at the neckline to the one styling habit that makes fine hair disappear. And the very first mistake? I see it on 9 out of 10 women over 60 with a pixie. Let's go. Part 1. Mistake 1. The neckline that grows too low. Have you ever had your pixie refreshed and walked out feeling heavier than when you walked in? That is not your imagination. That is your neckline. This is the one thing I wish someone had told me about years ago, and almost nobody does. When a pixie neckline is left to grow past the natural hairline, it creates a heavy rectangular block at the base of your neck. On women over 60, that extra weight visually shortens the neck, collapses the jawline, and pulls the entire silhouette downward. Your bone structure deserves better than that. The fix is not dramatic. A clean, slightly tapered neckline, trimmed every 3 to 4 weeks, lifts the entire back of the head and restores that elegant length in the neck that makes your face red younger instantly. If you are still letting your neckline grow between appointments, swap that habit for a standing trim every 3 weeks. The difference is immediate. Here is the key insight most women miss. It is not the length of the pixie on top that ages you. It is the weight at the back. 2 very different problems with 2 very different fixes. This is the one that made a friend of mine stop mid-conversation and ask what changed about my neck. That is how visible this is. Think about your neckline right now. When did it last get trimmed? If you are pausing to calculate, it has been too long. You needed to hear this. There is one more detail at the neckline that determines everything about how modern your pixie looks. And it has nothing to do with length. That is coming up in part 2. Part 2. Mistake 2. Hair that sits flat against the crown. You style it in the morning and by noon it is flat. Pressed down. Lifeless. And for women over 60, flat hair at the crown does one very specific thing. It makes the face look longer and the features look heavier. That is not the effect you want. Fine hair loses density over time. That is biology, not failure. But the mistake is styling it the same way you did at 40, when volume came easily. The fix lives in the cut itself, not just the styling. Ask your stylist for interior layering at the crown. Shorter pieces underneath that push the top layers up naturally. Pair that with a lightweight volumizing mousse applied at the root while hair is still damp. Then diffuse or air dry without touching the crown. Stop. Read that again. Interior layering. That is everything. If you are still pressing your crown hair flat with a brush, swap it for a fingertip lift at the root while the diffuser runs. The volume you get from that one swap is immediate and lasts all day. There is one technique that changes how your entire face reads on camera. It involves the direction your crown hair moves, not the product you use. Your stylist can show you in 4 minutes at your next appointment. Maintenance matters here too. A cut that supports volume needs to be freshened every 4 weeks. Let it go to 6 and the interior layers lose their lift. And so does your crown. Your natural elegance shows in the lift. Flat hair hides what those beautiful eyes and bone structure are already giving. Part 3 is where things get uncomfortable. Because the next mistake is one almost every woman over 60 is making right now. And it involves the front of the cut you see first in every mirror. Part 3. Mistake 3. A fringe that cuts straight across the forehead. This one is going to sting a little. But it is coming from a place of love, because your face deserves the truth. A blunt straight across fringe on a pixie cut after 60 is one of the fastest ways to visually shorten your forehead, flatten your features, and add years to your face in a single straight line. Here is why this ages you. A hard horizontal line across the face draws the eye down and creates a visual barrier between your forehead and your features. For women over 60, whose faces are already working with softer contours, that line does the opposite of lifting. The swap is a side-swept or curtain-style fringe. Pieces that angle away from center, allowing the forehead to breathe and the eyes to lead. Ask your stylist for a point-cut fringe rather than a blunt scissor line. That textured, feathered edge moves with you and catches light instead of blocking it. Honestly, the curtain fringe on a pixie is the one change I see transform a face instantly. Not over time, not gradually, the first time you see it. If you are still wearing a blunt fringe, swap it for a point-cut side-swept style. Your eyes will read larger and your features will lift without a single product change. Maintenance note: a fringe needs shaping every 3 weeks or the point-cut softness closes up and the line returns. Keep that appointment. This is the one that surprised the most women in my research. So many of them had carried a blunt fringe for years thinking it was their signature. It was their anchor. Part 4 is the final mistake, and it is the one happening in the color, not the cut. If your pixie is looking dull, flat, or heavier than it should, Part 4 is the reason why. Part 4, Mistake 4. A single flat color with no dimension. You kept the cut. You kept the length. But something still feels off. The hair looks dense. Heavy. Like a helmet. And you cannot figure out why, because the style itself is right. The color is doing it. One single flat tone across a pixie cut after 60 removes all the movement from the hair, and turns what could be a light, modern silhouette into a block of color that emphasizes heaviness rather than elegance. Here is the insight that changes everything. Dimension does not mean highlights. It means tonal contrast. Lighter pieces woven near the face where light naturally falls, and slightly deeper tones at the back and underneath. That contrast is what makes hair look like it has movement, texture, and life. For women over 60, a babylights technique around the face, very fine, soft pieces blended into your base, does more for your complexion than almost any skincare product. Those light pieces reflect upward onto the skin and soften the look of every feature near your face. This is what I tell every friend who asks why their pixie is not working. It is never the cut. It is the color sitting flat. If you are still wearing a single all-over color, swap it for a tonal babylights refresh near the face. The lift to your complexion is immediate and it lasts through multiple grow-out cycles. Ask your colorist specifically for a root smudge paired with face-framing babylights. Those two techniques together on a pixie are what create that effortlessly soft, modern look you see on women who seem to get better with every passing year. Your bone structure and those beautiful eyes have been waiting for the right light. Dimensional color is what finally gives it to them. Maintenance tip: tonal dimension on short hair needs refreshing every 8 to 10 weeks to keep the contrast alive and the face framing pieces doing their job. That is the fourth and final mistake. And now you know exactly what to fix first. You just learned 4 pixie cut mistakes that most women spend years making without ever knowing why their hair feels off. The neckline, the crown, the fringe, the color. For small things. For real changes you can make at your very next appointment. You didn't just watch a video. You changed how you look tomorrow. Boom. Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it finally shows. Tell me in the comments, which of these 4 pixie cut mistakes were you making without knowing it? I genuinely want to know. Next time, we are covering the one makeup mistake that makes the eyes look smaller after 60. And it is something almost every woman is doing every single morning. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.